happy Monday, everybody. Mark again here at Weatherman Plus. Now I'm going to update you on this major winter storm that is passing through, bringing a lot of high impacts, especially the severe weather. It has increased. There's even a potential chance for EF2 tornadoes tomorrow. Now, we still have impacts coming from this first winter storm that is still passing through. And the New England states, you still under a winter weather advisory and winter storm warnings. And this goes all the way until 12 p.m. So you will still have big impacts, especially for Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine. A lot of impacts coming with this snowstorm still impacting y'all. And this next snowstorm is somewhat coming y'all way, but y'all got the majority of the snowfall that you're going to get. The next one is a little bit further to the west. Plus, there's a lot of alerts on the west coast, so you have a lot of high wind warnings. So if you're in any of this red area, you have a wind advisory all the way until 12 p.m. Even 6 p.m. as you go down California. You even have a freeze warning over here by Fresno all the way until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Matter of fact, you still have a freeze warning and a hard freeze warning down here in Arizona. Very cold air passing through while you're getting some winter weather impacts. You are getting some snowfall. And it is starting to pick up for everyone else that's in the track of this storm. So for New Mexico, you do have winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings in the pink. And it is still going through Texas all the way through Oklahoma. And I'm showing it's going to be a lot of heavy snow. All this winter storm watches will turn into winter storm warnings definitely by the impacts. So if you're over here in this pink, you're under the warning. If you're in this blue, you're under the winter weather advisory. The pink getting the heaviest of the snowfall. Now you also have warnings going through Oklahoma. You have these winter storm watches that will turn into winter storm warnings because a lot of impacts is coming your way. So Oklahoma, you're all the way to 6 a.m. for the 25th, and y'all are below, so y'all really need that snowfall. Northern Arkansas all the way to 6 a.m. Southern Missouri all the way to 9 a.m. on the 25th, and it does go across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio all the way to 6 p.m. on the 25th, Indiana all the way to 8 p.m. on the 25th, and northwestern Ohio all the way to 9:15 a.m. Then you have the winter storm watch all the way to 6 p.m. on the 25th. So it is making a big impact, and this pink here for the winter storm warnings will stretch out. A lot of heavy snow coming y'all way. Plus, remember, I am giving away these weather stations still every other day, but instead of Tempest, I've moved to my own style to try not to be copied. I have Accurite. This is a 5-in-1 home weather station. It is used by Weather Underground. Matter of fact, they are celebrating an 80-year anniversary. Updates every 18 seconds, especially on the winds. And you get a great display to see everything that's going on. You don't need to look at some small app on your phone. You can use the app, but it comes with its own display. So remember, I will be giving that away today. So make sure you put the word radar in the comments. You must be a subscriber and you must hit the like button to be eligible. And I'm still giving away these generators as well. Like I said, I have 4 of them. I will be doing that shortly. I will update you. But I do have these whole sets. If you like to order your own, you can get $500 off of it now. Links are in the description. And we did have a nasty tornado down in Georgia yesterday. Did do a lot of damage as well. And our tornado threat is going to pick up for tomorrow. And you can see here from Adele, Georgia, that they had a lot of damage, a lot of snapped trees, a lot of damage from the tornado that Georgia had. And for tomorrow, the tornado risk has increased as well as the damage in wind event. We have the enhanced section, and you can see that your winds has gone up to 30% chance for winds in this red section. And here's your cities and states at risk for damage and winds on Tuesday. Remember, these links are in the description so you can go see for yourself. Also, the tornado threat. You have the 2% in the green, the 5% in the brown, the 10% in the yellow, and a significant severe in this black. And the significant severe is where they are expecting a chance for EF2 tornadoes. So here's your cities and states down here at risk for their tornado threat. And you can see the 10% and the significant severe are the same areas. New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Metairie, Louisiana, and Gulfport, Mississippi, as well as your 5% in the brown and your 2% in the green. And you can see here when they put an enhanced section out for severe weather, which by the way is the 5th one of this month. that we have a tornado that could produce EF2 or greater damage, wind speeds of 75 miles per hour or greater, hail 2 inches in diameter or larger. And you can see here that SPC defines significant severe as a storm that can produce one or more of these elements. And just to remind you, this is a EF2 tornado that hit Araby, Louisiana, next to Chalmette. I lived there as well. This is a EF2 tornado, guys. Plus the one that hit Selma, Alabama. I know you'll all remember. That was an EF2 tornado as well, and you can see the damage that came from that. So just a chance for one of these to land. You need to really be weather aware for tomorrow. And the severe weather does go into Wednesday as well, and they have a 5%. I can see this as a chance for damage and winds. This is what is bringing all that. So you can see with HRRR that with your dew points, that you are getting some strong dew points, high 60s, even 70s as it goes by Texas. Then as it goes by Louisiana on the southern side, you still have high 60 dew points all the way till Tuesday night, even into Wednesday. And with all them dew points, it is bringing a lot of cape, a lot of lift. Strongest lift being for Texas, definitely going by Houston, then going by Louisiana as you go into Tuesday evening all the way until Wednesday for the panhandle of Florida. And with the winds, it is going to bring a lot of shear. A lot of storms are going to produce up as this comes by all the way until Tuesday evening, all the way until Wednesday morning. So when you look at your significant tornado perimeters, which puts all that information into aspect, you can see that your tornado chances does grow as it goes by Texas all afternoon long for tomorrow. Then late in the afternoon, it passes by southern Louisiana and builds up as it goes by New Orleans, towards the city, towards southeastern Louisiana, towards tomorrow night. Then it goes by southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and gets stronger as it goes by the panhandle of Florida for Wednesday morning. So while you're getting this snowstorm that's happening for Texas going into Oklahoma, and you can see where your thunderstorms are in DFW, you do have a chance for that to freeze up a little bit as it swings by. You got a little bit better of a chance to get something out of that as you go through Tuesday night. I will keep you updated. At the same time, you have this very strong line of storms with a lot of cells in front of them going all across Texas, Louisiana, going into Mississippi by Tuesday night, also going into Alabama and the panhandle of Florida. Now, this is HRRR. All we can see is 48 hours, and all you want to use is a high-resolution model to see the best information. So I will keep you updated. And when you look a little bit closer, you can see that it starts to pick up right when it passes by San Antonio by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it starts getting severe. You start getting these cells right in front of this line that has chances for tornadoes. So as you go by noontime, it starts going towards Houston. Then you get this straight line event that passes by later on by 4 p.m. by Houston. Right now, you're getting strong cells in Beaumont. And this does transfer over towards Lake Charles and Louisiana after that. Starts building up for Louisiana as you go to noon and 1 o'clock, but you really get some strong cells as it goes by 4 and 5 p.m., all the way to 6 as it goes by Lake Charles. And these are some serious cells bringing chances for large hail and chances for tornadoes. As you go all the way by Lafayette, it starts raising up to 8 p.m. And as you go towards New Orleans, you get all the way to 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock at night. Then it goes to Mississippi, Alabama, and the panhandle of Florida. And once you check your helicity values, you really can see the tracks of these storms and the intensity. And you can see these start strengthening up by southeastern Texas, but it starts really getting strong as it goes by Houston, as it goes by Beaumont, as it goes by Lake Charles, Louisiana. And you can only see up to 48 hours, but you can see how it really intensifies by Houston, Beaumont, and Lake Charles, going towards Alexandria. And you still have strong cells passing through Louisiana a little bit for Mississippi. I will update you. This will always show further and further as we get new information every day. So when we check and see what's going on with the shear, with the wind direction on the chances for tornadoes, you can see as we go by Texas that it starts building up a good chance. You have winds coming from the south to the north at 50 knots. You got winds at the lower levels going from the southwest to the northeast at 60 and 70 knot winds. A lot of wind direction change with height as this goes by Texas, as it goes into Louisiana. It keeps the wind direction change with height the whole time it's coming through. So as we check the soundings and what's going on, as the storm starts brewing up before this line comes across Texas, you can see that you are getting a lot of winds. You look at a hodograph, you have a nice hook. You have winds going to the west, northwest, going back to the east, northeast, and intensifying up to 60 knot winds. You can see this down here. You have winds going at ground level, west, northwest, and then changing wind direction, change with height and intensity as the storm pulls through. Great chance for a tornado. And as you keep going, as this front line does come through with some possible damage and winds, you start getting these cells popping up for Beaumont. You can see also that you are getting winds going to the west, northwest, intensifying with height and changing direction to the east, northeast. You can see this also on the hodograph. You got a nice hook. A great chance for tornadoes there also. Also, when you check around Lake Charles, southwestern Louisiana, you can see in your hodograph that you still have a great hook all the way through this system. You can see your winds down here is going west, northwest, intensifying to a lot of strength as it goes east, northeast with height. And you're talking 50, 60, 70, 85 knot winds on your lower level winds, really intensifying. Definitely a chances for a high damage in winds and strong tornadoes. And you can see it's moving all the way through this system, even for southern Mississippi. You have a nice hook on your hodograph and your winds are going west, northwest, intensifying as it goes with height. Getting a lot of wind direction change with height. The whole path of this storm says strong tornadoes. And so far for southeastern Louisiana, you can see that you have a chance for damage and winds. You have winds going in the same direction, east, northeast, and intensifying with height as the storm pushes through. So not only do you have a chance for damage and winds, you also have a chance for speed shear for a tornado. This whole track will be strong. And it is bringing chances for large hail. So you can see with your lightning strikes that you get a lot of that white in there. White is indicative to large hail. I can see Texas has the best chance for getting the large hail. As you go through Tuesday morning, passes by Houston as you go by 1 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, chances for large hail. You can see it kind of weakens down as it goes by Lake Charles by Tuesday afternoon, 4 p.m., and then going towards New Orleans. It's still a lot of lightning strikes, a lot of chances for hail, but the large hail definitely is going to be for Texas. And this is why I waited to do my video a little bit later today. I wanted the 12Z run. If you've never been here before, the 12Z and the 0Z are the only 2 times a day that hundreds of meteorologists put these weather balloons out to get the best data for the model runs. And you can see with HRRR that you are getting a lot of winds picking up for southeastern Texas as it goes through Louisiana, as it goes through Mississippi, Alabama, Panhandle, Florida, and it keeps going. A lot of damage and winds still coming with this. Now, GFS has seen this a long time. Ural is just now picking up on it. And you can see this with the latest shot from GFS. So it picks up all these winds, and these winds keep carrying over to the mid-Atlantic. That's why I see that y'all have a chance for damage and winds for Wednesday as it goes out through the northeast, bringing damage and winds there as well. So far, the next 3 days, picking up from 40 miles per hour wind gusts by San Antonio, going towards Houston, starts picking up towards 50 miles per hour wind gusts. Then as it goes by Beaumont, it picks up with intensity as it goes towards Lake Charles. The high 50s, you even get spots in Louisiana right below Alexandria that gets into chances for the 60s. But you can see how far this is going to carry. It goes into Mississippi, Alabama, some of Tennessee. As it goes to the mid-Atlantic with those 50s, that's what that bluish purple is. Then as it goes out through the northeast, it brings a lot of high winds along the I-95 corridor. So when you check and see your probability of exceeding the warning criteria that is out there right now, remember all your national alerts is linked in the description to check on your area. You can see that when you have the yellow, you're 30 to 50% chance of exceeding the warning criteria. The red is 50 to 80% chance of getting better, 80 to better chance of 80, and the purple of getting a better impact than what the warning is out there for you. Now, this is the full track of the storm, so let me show you day by day. So as you go through the first day, you can see the snowfall starting to come in and how strong these impacts are exceeding the criteria that they have out for the warnings, as well as what you have in the New England states for that storm that is leaving. As you go through the second day, you can see it starts expanding out, starts getting more serious for Oklahoma, southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, goes across Illinois and Indiana. So as you go through day 3 on Thursday, you even get more severe impacts. Southern Missouri, all across Illinois, northern Indiana, even getting a purple in there, and northwestern Ohio, even southeastern Michigan getting in on there. Also have a little bit of Pennsylvania chance for strong impacts. As you go through day 4, as you go through Friday, it leaves out the northeast, and the New England states might be in more impacts. And all through the 4 days, it is bringing a strong chance for the criteria to strengthen as it goes through the 4 days, all the way from New Mexico, all the way to Ohio, even a little bit of Michigan, some of Pennsylvania, and the New England states. This is going to be a very impactful winter storm, not just the severe weather in the south. This is going to be very powerful. So let's give you a little bit of information real quick. Lubbock, Texas, this is your chance for your snowfall to come down by 6 p.m. on Tuesday. You have all the 2 to 3 inches in the light blue, 4 to 6 inches in the dark blue, but a chance for 6 to 8 in the yellow. Also for the DFW, you can see that the rain transitioned to a wintry mix over North Texas. So for tomorrow morning, this is what you're going to be looking at. You have a high chance for rain, a low chance for wintry mix, but that low chance does carry towards northern Fort Worth, almost into Dallas, where you have a chance for a few hours for something to come down. But you can see Tuesday night, and you still have that chance, even some of it turning into snowfall far northern Texas. But DFW, you do have that slight chance for wintry mix. It is a low chance, but you have a chance. But you can see here with the surface temperatures generally remaining above freezing, the snow will be wet and slushy with no accumulation still expected on the roads. Now, the snow is likely to accumulate on grassy and elevated surfaces across northwestern North Texas and along the Red River. So I do have this link in the description so you can go check not only for Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Kansas, national information, just so you can go see what the road conditions are outside before you go outside. Call this number, either pause the screen or go to the link in the description and get this information and find out how your roads are. Latest with HRRR is agreeing with the GFS model. This is going to be a lot of snowfall that's going to impact all the way through. And so far, HRRR is bringing over a foot for northern Texas, Oklahoma, and northern Arkansas as it keeps going. We can't go no further than 48 hours, but you can see all the snowfall that's going to fall within 48 hours. And you see how much lighter the Euro is. And the GFS always seen a very heavy swath in the same area that HRRR is seeing. That all this is going to carry all the way into southern Illinois, northern Indiana, and northern Ohio for a chance for a lot of snow to add up. Over a foot, just like high resolution rapid refresh is seeing, also for northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, northern Indiana as it goes by the Great Lakes, bringing over a foot. Lightening up, but still a lot of people getting snow from this winter storm, even still going into Michigan. And you can see this when you look at the next 3 days with National Weather Service. So you have chances for snow and all this white. You still have that storm in the northeast, mixed precipitation and heavy snow in this black and white striped. Also for New Mexico and the Panhandle for Texas. Why are you getting a lot of storms? This is for today. For tomorrow, you can see how much heavier all this heavy snow is going, just like the GFS is saying, all the way up to Indiana, where everybody in this blue is going to be seeing mixed precipitation, and you have thunderstorms in all this green with severe weather in the yellow and flash flooding still in this red. Then as you go through Wednesday, it keeps moving through. Now you have a chance for more heavy snow to all this black and white striped lines all the way up to southern Michigan, all the way to northwestern Ohio, just like GFS is seeing. Also, while you have storms in the southeast, You will have mixed precipitation in all this blue, maybe some heavy snowfall for central Pennsylvania, also for the New England states. More heavy snowfall and possible freezing rain coming out of it. Plus, give you an update on this potential cold air that is coming late January, early February, because it's starting to show some potential impacts even for the south. I'll show you what I found, but I won't update this for a few more days, so please take this with a grain of salt. It is too far away. But your update on your EPO, your East Pacific Oscillation, where you go in a high ridge or a deep trough on the western side of the U.S. as it carries in potential cold air and storms. You can see with all the models, they all green. It is going into a deep dip as you go from the 28th through the 29th. Now you have Euro in the blue and you have GFS in the red, but they are both seeing this dip. The only difference is when you look at your Arctic Oscillation showing if there's any cold air coming with that. You can see with the Euro and the GFS, they're showing a couple of dips during that time, but nothing super deep. But I will update this because right now the models are just all over the place, guys. You can see the previous run, it shows that it did come down deep, then it took it away. Matter of fact, the Euro is like that as well. It's seeing that the dip is coming late in February and not in early February with that cold air. So I will update you. These models take time, but there is hints that something could be happening. Because so far on your temperature probability outlook from National Weather Service, your next 6 to 10 days, well below average in this blue. The lighter the blue, the lighter the average is. Average temperatures in the white and above average in this red. Then when you go from the 8 to 14 days, it moves over a little bit and it kind of moves a little further north where you're in average temperatures for this time of year in the white and above average. Now in my experience, the 8 to 14 days always updates and changes. But when you look at your dynamics of your tropopause way high in the atmosphere and look at your temperatures, you can see that as you go towards the end of the month, that you actually get some cold air, a nice cold pocket that comes across the south and it goes across the southeast. Now you actually get two chances. The end of January, but it's strongest right at the beginning of February as that carries over as well. Just remember, this is so far away, guys. This has a lot of chances to change. I will keep you updated. This is literally over 10 days away. But when we look at the end of January, the beginning of February, you can see that it is bringing a good chance for strong wind chills to come through all the way to northern Mexico. Even negative wind chills coming into Texas as all this cold air comes in. I will keep you updated. It's just too far away, like I said, to be crying wolf. I just want to look at it and show you what could be coming. Because as we look with the ensembles with the Euro, this is where it starts getting a little bit concerning. So as you look at your first member, you can see that after you go 12 days away, is so far away, guys, but we got to take a glance to see what the possibilities are. You can see that Euro is showing that there's a good chance to become freezing rain as that transition happens. And maybe even carrying into the southeast, the deep south, with some freezing rain. I will keep you updated. This is the beginning of February, the end of January. And as we take a little bit closer look, I know DFW is really curious about what could be happening with this storm. There is that chance, guys. So you can see how these storm starts coming through all the way to 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then it starts transitioning to where you do have some pockets that might see some freezing rain by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then as you keep going, you can see that it actually has a good chance to maybe drop some wintry mix right around the afternoon from noon to 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon as that passes by. But there's still a little tail whip that actually comes in with that cold air. And that comes in from 5 to 6 o'clock tomorrow night and maybe coming over Dallas, northern Dallas, by 7 and 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. So you still have that chance to see a little something. But thank you so much for your time. Most of all, I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you and your families and keep y'all safe. Tomorrow's severe weather event really looks strong. So please take heed to these warnings. Please share this information. Let others know what is coming their way. Thank you so much for your help. And for those that are still sticking around, I have a message for you. If you never heard this before, I have a message for you. Matthew 11, verses 28 through 30. Quick message. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Amen. If you never experienced talking to the Lord before or God's help in your life, I highly encourage you to pray to him. He loves to answer prayers, and he is there to pick you up. He's not just here to judge you and damn you. He's here to save you. Remember, he gave his life for you. Give him a chance. Talk to him. I think you'll be very surprised what the outcome will be. But above all things, God bless all of you. All power does go to Yahweh, our Father in heaven, our God. And may He keep all of you safe during this event. I wish the best for every single one of you. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a great Monday, everybody.